the cloud settings portal for password management inside Sugar. And the first thing that it asks is for you to confirm. So hi, I'm James Banbury from SugarBite, based here in the UK, and we're going to create a video today showing you exactly what to expect from the upcoming release of SugarIdentity. Now, as a cloud-based customer of Sugar, whether you're using SugarCell, SugarServe, Sugar Enterprise or Professional, if you're hosted in the cloud with SugarCRM, then you're going to be receiving an email a little bit like this. And so this email from SugarCRM is telling you that at some point in the near future, your instance of SugarCRM is due to be upgraded to include SugarIdentity as part of its authentication management. Okay, so what is SugarIdentity? SugarIdentity is a federated identity solution based on industry standards provided by SugarCRM to allow customers to securely manage their user identities within the Sugar ecosystem. So think about this. In the last 12 months or so, SugarCRM have added to their ecosystem SugarCell, SugarServe, SugarMarket, SugarDiscover, SugarConnect, various other tools as well as some additional tools planned in the near future as well. And some of them are separate systems. SugarCell, SugarServe is a single system, but SugarMarket, SugarConnect, SugarDiscover, these are all separate systems that need to be able to communicate with each other. And specifically around user authentication, you need a federated, single, centralized authentication management system. So that's what SugarIdentity is. A lot of you are a little bit worried. You're getting these emails from Sugar. What the hell is SugarIdentity? Is anything going to change in my system? The short answer is pretty much no. The whole operation of how your systems are working today will all remain the same. It's purely around how the users are managed, and we're going to be showing you in this video how we're setting up our own instance that we've got with SugarCRM and what it will look like from day one when you go into work and your system's been upgraded to use SugarIdentity, and how to use and manage this this cloud tool for your users. So what systems is it available on straight out of the box today? Well, you've got the CRM applications, Cell, Serve, Professional, Enterprise. You've also got the Outlook plugin for Windows. And there's another one, Sugar Mobile. How could I forget about that? So Sugar Mobile will also now support this. If your instance of Sugar is leveraging single sign-on tools like Okta, like OneLogin, or multi-factor authentication, you would have noticed by now that you're unable to leverage those methods of authentication inside of the Outlook plugin. So this is a very much needed tool to ensure that you're compliant within your information security policy. So let's take a look inside one of our demo systems. This one is SugarIdentity enabled, and let's see what's different. So the important thing to know is that the general functionality of Sugar remains the same. The one way that you can check if your system is SugarIdentity enabled is for an administrator to click on Admin and then go to Password Management. This reveals a new window inside of your browser with a different URL to the one that you're used to. Now, this is the cloud settings portal for your password management inside of Sugar. And the first thing that it asks is for you to confirm some requirements around your password settings. So you set things like the minimum length, the maximum length. Does it contain an uppercase letter? Does it contain a number or a special character? Then you can confirm those settings and click on Save. Now, the one thing that's different between this identity management and the old password management inside of Sugar is we've got a new feature here that allows us to lock users out after a certain number of failed login attempts. So this is definitely a really good feature to have, something that was missing for a long time inside of the old password management tool. And for example here, I'm able to specify that if a certain user fails 3 times in a row, then it will disable or lock out that user and won't enable them to authenticate inside of any of the SugarCRM ecosystem applications after, for example, 1 day, 1 minute, or 1 hour. When you're happy with your password requirements, click on Save, and a confirmation message will say Success, local provider updated. So next up, let's go to the Users module in SugarIdentity. By clicking on Users, top left, select List Users. Now this will automatically migrate all of the existing SugarCRM users that used to be in the old password management tool, held locally inside of Sugar. They're now migrated here into this central identity provider. So to create a new user here in the SugarIdentity tool, we click on Users, top left, and then Create User, fill out the details. It asks for the basics here. And we can also check this box to send an email to the user upon the creation of their account. Okay, once you're done filling out the basics, click on Save. And that user account is now created. So I checked the box to say send that user an email, and let's have a look at how that email comes through. So here's the email. As you can see, it's quite basic. It gives the username, and then it gives the end user a link where they can specify their own password. I'm led to believe that this link will only work once and can expire after a certain number of days as well. So let's check the link and let's specify our new password. Okay, great. So as a new user, I have set my own password. I'm now free to log into the application with my username and password. What else have we got here? Well, we've got a drop-down for setting up LDAP and SAML as well. Now, I'm not going to go through setting up LDAP into this video. I don't think I've got enough memory on the memory card in order to do that, but there is those 2 options here to set those up. Clicking on Set Up Password will take us back to that initial page that we saw when we clicked on Password Management from the admin page inside of Sugar. And over on the right-hand side, we've got a settings cog with a tenant profile. This gives the name of the name of your organization. I believe that you can also specify a custom logo here, and your ID as well, which may become useful when setting up, or I don't know, troubleshooting or speaking with SugarCRM about an issue. They may want to know what the ID of the tenant is. Other than that, the other places where SugarIdentity is enabled is, of course, the Outlook plugin. And we're going to take a quick look at how that is now different in terms of logging in to Sugar. Okay, welcome to Outlook. Let's click on the settings on the right-hand side here just to open up the plugin settings. If you don't have this link, another way to get to it is by clicking on Add-ins top left, and then selecting SugarCRM plugin settings. Okay, now that the instance that I'm trying to connect to through the Sugar plugin for Outlook has SugarIdentity enabled, when I click on Connect, we get a different style of authenticating. So this is the end user's standard username and password that had been set inside of SugarIdentity. So I'm going to put in my username and my password, and then select Login. We then get a message requesting that an application has got access to our SugarIdentity. There's a couple of links here to click on terms of use and privacy policies. Once you're done with that, click on allow access, and now the plugin is authenticated with my user account with SugarIdentity. That's how we connect with Sugar Outlook. Let's take a look at Sugar Mobile. So here we are on the Sugar Mobile app for Android, and we're going to log into the same instance that has SugarIdentity enabled. Okay, so very much similar to how the Outlook plugin was attempted to authenticate. We're now getting what looks like a pop-up screen inside of the app, again, where we log in with the same details as before. Click on login. And again, we get the same application is requesting access message as we did in the Outlook plugin. Click on allow access, and now the Sugar Mobile app is authenticated with my user. Now, an important thing to remember is, even though I'd created that new user inside of SugarIdentity, the user account is still synchronized to the users module inside of Sugar. And this can be quite important for those customers out there leveraging custom fields inside of the users module. The new SugarIdentity doesn't replace the users module, that still remains. It's purely the area around authentication and password management that it replaces. So to summarize, it looks like a really good centralized, federated solution for managing all of your Sugar users across the SugarCRM ecosystem throughout all of their applications. And as you can see in this video, virtually no downsides, pretty much only upsides. Those of you who are SugarByte support customers, please feel free to reach out to me if you've got any questions about how this works or how this gets set up. Otherwise, I'll also include a link to a really good FAQ from the SugarCRM's website that does detail a lot of questions that you might have on this. But thanks for watching.